The following program demonstrates the functionality of 2D objects on a 3D space, simulating realism and sprite animation. In this scene, we have a forest in the middle of the night illuminated by wood fire. As you can see, the fire has its own animation and light scheme. Objects in its vicinity are illuminated by it. You can move the camera side to side using the left and right arrow keys. However, this is where it gets interesting. If we turn to the side and walk forward with the up arrow key, the fire will turn and still be looking at us, as well as a tree all around us. All the objects in here will keep facing at us regardless of our location in 3D space. And now, pressing the V key, we can see that the scene changes. It is now daytime. As you can see now, the fire has extinguished, and now a cloud of smoke replaces where it used to be. However, it is also possible to add OBJ objects into our 3D space. First, press the letter C. This will freeze the render process, and in the console we will need to specify the OBJ file to load. Once done, we can return to our scene and see that the imported OBJ object has now been drawn. It is possible to translate the object. Rotations can also be performed, and last but not least, the scale of the object can also be achieved. It is also possible to apply transformations to the imported object with the use of a keyboard. You can also find the controls listed in the console. For translating an object, in the x-axis, the numbers 1 and 2 are used, Q and W for the y-axis, A and S for the z-axis. Once we are done, we can export the whole scene to an OBJ format with the letter X. The scene will freeze again, and we will need to specify a name. That will be all regarding our project. In regards to feedback, the only thing we would like to change is to have an adaptive rubric specific towards each project. As for instance, in our case, it is almost nonsense to export OBJ files for 2D sprites, since almost all of our objects are planes, or in other words, GL quads.